and it makes me really tired because I was driving this morning and I was like, I need to get coffee. But I made my own matcha, saved money, lived better, made it myself. Okay, here we go. We're gonna get started. This is a 20 to 35-minute workout. My head's cut off in this video. So it doesn't take a lot of time, but it'll get you moving and allow you to do something. And it's also a good reminder that you don't have to have a gym or a gym membership to get a good workout. You can do it in the comfort of your own home in a very short period of time. So we're gonna get started with our arms today and start with a stretch. And like I said, we'll be using dumbbells. I'll be using 8 pounds, even though sometimes I think they're more than 8 because they feel like way more than 8. But we'll be focusing on I did not have any of this plan before. Bend over. Let's do biceps and back. That's what we'll do with our dumbbells. We'll just wing it. We'll see what happens. Normally I somewhat plan it out before I jump into a workout. Even with any clients too, I'm always like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. But I didn't really plan it out. We're just going with the flow, improv. Stretch your whole body. I know I said that we're just doing upper body today, but it's so important that we get everything stretched, especially because the warm-up does incorporate full body movements. And you just want to make sure that you're all good to go, feeling good, looking good. You know what I mean? All righty. So if you're going to be joining along in this workout, go ahead and get your Apple Watch started. We're going to start with a quick warm-up, and that's just going to be, as we always start it, with glute kicks. So get those glutes kicking right here. And the whole entire warm-up is mainly cardio-based. But then once we get into the bulk of our workout, you'll notice that it's a lot slower and more focused on strength. This is just to get our heart rates up, get our bodies moving, especially if we've been sitting all day. All right, so deep lateral lunge, side to side, as if you're sitting into a chair. Legs back and forth, pushing that booty back. Show side profile of it. See, push, up and over, push. And make sure when you're going down that you are focusing on sitting back and down and not just going down, because we don't want our knees going way over our toes and causing any pain there. So focus on sitting back. Beautiful. All right, now going into those half jacks. So you can either cross your arms here, hold your hands here, hold your hands here, whatever's most comfortable for you. And we're just doing some jumping jacks. It's almost like a normal jump jack, except you're just moving the lower part of your body. Right here. Getting your blood pumping, heart rate up. Looking good, looking good. And next we're gonna go into a lunge and do those running man lunges with a knee drive. All right, so going to the side. For these, we're gonna step back into a reverse lunge. As we're coming up, we're squeezing through our core, bringing that knee up and bringing our arm up if we'd like to add some additional movement, as if we're going for a leap. I know these have like an official name, I just can never remember the official name. Down and up. Really feel that weight going into your standing leg. So for me, it'll be my left leg. Really feel that in your calf to support you and hold you stable. Switch legs, same thing on the other leg. Up, reverse, and up. Nice. No matter what you've been doing today, if you're like, I'm in the mood to get moving, then join in on this workout. Half of it is body weight. Half of it will be using weights. If you don't have weights, that's A-okay. You're still more than welcome to join. All right, now wide stance, and we're gonna go down to a plie and up. You don't have to touch the ground. I just did that for dramatic effect. And up. So as we're coming down, we're standing in a wide stance squat, coming up onto the toes and really working our calves. So down and up. Down and up. Really feel that in your calves as you're coming up. The deep squat and back down. Perfect. All right, and then now we're gonna go into some twist. So for these, your feet stay together. Your hands can either go right here to add additional movement or close to your chest, and you're just squeezing in your core, just moving in your core. Really working the obliques, and again, your legs are staying together. So the only thing that's keeping you moving is, of course, your feet giving you that little half jump, but then also your core squeezing you and allowing you to twist. Almost there, and then we're gonna go into the main part of our workout. What? All right, in 3, 2, beautiful. All right, starting in a plank. Again, we're starting in a bodyweight position. Half body weight, half weights. This is the portion that is going to be body weight only. You're probably like, oh, that's easy. It does get a little challenging. So we're gonna start with what most people like the least, and that'll be our plank up downs. So down and up. We're not here super long. You can do it. Push through it. The main focus of today, like I said, is biceps and back. So when we pick up those dumbbells, we'll be mainly focusing on bicep and back. A few more here. Try to rotate the arms that you're using. So if you're focusing mainly on, or you notice you're only pushing up with your left arm or your right arm, try going up on your left arm or your right arm, whichever one you normally don't use. Now we're going to go into shoulder taps for these. And then we rotate towards the front. Tapping your shoulders side to side. If you feel like you're not really super balanced and you're almost like rocking back and forth, go ahead and just spread your feet a little wider and regain that stability. Almost there. All right, now we're going to go up into a pyramid position. Place your hands in almost a triangle, and you're just going to be doing triangle push-ups. So just moving your elbows to create that slight little bend. And once you do this enough time, you will definitely feel it. Really, really feel it in your triceps and a little bit in your biceps as well. One more here. Beautiful. Now, your arms are probably burning a little bit. I know mine are. Go ahead and get into a side plank position. Arm up in the air, behind your head. You're probably like, why are we doing these? They're fun. All right, so plank and crunch. So if you're in a side plank, the leg that's floating in the air, bring it to crunch. Meet the elbow. Elbow to knee, elbow to knee. If this is too hard, what you can do here is come here and do the same thing. So you're gonna bend your leg, have one arm straight up, and do the exact same movement, but you're at a little bit less of the shakiness and instability because you're using more than just your bicep of the arm that's on the ground to support you. So 3 more. Awesome. Get into a little bit of abs right here. All you're going to do is, as you're on your side, this is what I like to call the mermaid. You're going to come here and bring, almost like you're bringing your elbow to your hip right here. You'll really feel this in your obliques. Squeezing. So it's like a mermaid. Keeping your feet straight, your legs straight, and then allowing your elbow that's floating to come up and meet. Like a little mermaid flapping her tail. 2 more. Beautiful. All right, so now switch sides. And again, same thing that we just did on that side, doing the side plank with a crunch. And then if you feel like it's a little challenging for you, a little not what you're ready for, not what you're feeling today, go up on your arm and then create that angle and then use this arm to meet your leg. Exact same thing with the leg bends in the back. So side plank here. Hand goes behind your head and we're coming to meet this knee right here. 3, 2, go. Really squeezing that core, keeping that hip up. Just correcting myself doing that. And then again, if you Feel like this is too challenging, go ahead and place that leg that's on the ground bent. Come up on this hand and squeeze. Same movement there. Let's finish these out on the ground. Challenge yourself. Let's do 2 more. 1 more. Beautiful. And now going into that mermaid position. So hands create a circle up here, and then you're just coming to meet the opposite hip. Lovely. Almost there. Let's do 3 more here. Ready, and 1, 2, and 3. Beautiful. All right, go ahead and grab a drink of water, grab a drink if you're doing this workout with me. If not, enjoy the time that I grab a drink of water. Now grab some weights, or if you don't have weights at home, whatever you want to utilize as weights. We're starting out with biceps, so bicep curls. Normal bicep curls. Next, we're going to go into wide bicep curls to narrow curls. So starting here, and then go ahead and go wide, back to center, narrow, go wide, back to center, narrow, wide again. All right, this is where it gets a little crazy. You're gonna hold one in one hand, so hold your right hand where it is, keeping it in that 90-degree angle. The other one is gonna come down. And work it. This is where it gets a little challenging. You'll definitely feel the burn. But keep squeezing the core. All right, now switch. Hold the left arm at that 90-degree angle while the right arm does the work of curling. Almost there, I promise. 1 more here. Woohoo! All right, now go ahead and bend over, creating that straight line in your back. If someone put a little ball in the back of your neck, it would just roll straight down at an incline, and have your hands together, palms facing each other. Couldn't speak for a second. And bring those lats together, squeeze. Bend over, chest fly, work those lats, squeeze. A slight bend in your arms as you're doing these. Two more. Beautiful. Now for these, we can get a little crazy with it. And if you want, you can hold both dumbbells in one hand, crisscrossing each other. Bend over ever so slightly. Support above your knee. Don't put your hand on your knee. You don't want to push your kneecap out of place. So on your thigh mainly. And we're going to be going down, single arm row. And as you can see, as I'm going down, I'm not pulling straight up here. I'm almost pulling back. Like if there was someone behind me, I would be elbowing them right in the stomach. So pulling back and up. Think to like your hip bone, almost. So elbow whoever's sitting behind you, boom. 1, 2, and 3. Now switch sides, same exact thing. If you want to go for the challenge of holding both weights in one hand, struggling to get the grip on that. And then here again, we're going to bend over, hands placed above the knee on that thigh, down, and then pulling back. I think my finger's about to come off the way I'm holding this. Okay, there we go. I was like holding it with my pointer finger. That was incredibly painful. So down and back up. There's also a little hack too. If you only have like 10-pound weights, you only have 8-pound weights, these are both 8 pounds. To increase the challenge, you can just put them together. Make it a little harder without having to buy a whole new set. 1 more here. Perfect. Now we're going to go into hammer curls, alternating hammer curls. So one here and one here. Lovely little hammer curls. It's actually crazy how dark it is right here, because when I would do these, I think I started doing live workouts like, 2 months ago maybe? And at this time, it was still like bright outside, and now it's dark. Time change is so crazy. So weird. I don't know if I like when it gets darker earlier or when it like stays lighter earlier in the morning. Or wait. Yeah, I got those mixed up. When it's darker in the morning, I don't know if I like that more or if I like it when it gets darker earlier. I think I like it when it gets dark in the morning and then it's like light until 8:30 at night because I feel like my day's longer. Now, crossbody. Crossbody hammer curls. Hopefully your biceps are really tiring out now. I know mine are. Okay, 3 more. 1, 2, and 3. Going back down to that flat back position that we were in a second ago. Putting your dumbbells together or whatever you're using, crisscrossing them. You're gonna have your elbows glued to your side as you're completing this movement. Bend over ever so slightly and just pull up and back once again. Push that booty back. Up and back. Three more. Awesome. Now we're gonna go ahead and get on the ground, taking our dumbbells with us, and we'll be doing renegade rows. So hop up and just straight back. Same thing that we did before, how we're like elbowing the person directly behind us, bringing that to our hip. Up and back. 5 more. After this, you lose the dumbbells. So finish strong. 1 more. Awesome. Cool. Oh, look at that. We're almost done with our workout now. We're going to finish off with some sensor core. Push the dumbbells away. Don't want to land on it with my head. All right, so on your back, feet are up in a 90-degree angle, and we'll just be squeezing up right here. Down and back, really slow. Really feel that contraction as you're coming up. And once you feel it, you come back down. So don't try to go all the way up and fling your body up. This isn't a cardio movement. This is a slow and steady resistance movement. Really squeeze, feel that squeeze, and then come back down. Now, as we're doing this, we're now going to add a leg drop. So coming up, leg goes down. Back down. Coming up again, opposite leg goes down. Back, leg down. Back, leg down. Almost done here. Now, completely flat back right here. Legs straight up in the air. Legs are going down and up. So you can come up if you want to, so that the top part of your neck is off the ground, or you can keep that neck on the ground and just complete the movement itself. You got it. Three more. Beautiful. Now legs to the ground. Slight bend at your knee. Hands together, and you're going to almost be like hitting the ceiling with your hands. So one side on top of the other. Find a spot on the ceiling, squeeze. It's a tiny, tiny, tiny pulse that you're doing here. And just pulse it up. And if you need some support, if you feel like there's a strain in your neck, hold with one hand and let the other one stay on that dot that you find on the ceiling. And then last, wood chop crunches. So coming up, once you're like halfway up right here, twist to one side. Go back, reach back, twist to the other side, back, up, twist to one side, back, and twist to the other side. We are almost done with this whole entire workout. Look at that. Up, squeeze. Now, for this last part, before we finish, you didn't think I was going to throw a little challenge in there. You probably weren't expecting this. Okay, you probably were. So go back, squeeze in, push out, squeeze in. So what I'm doing here, as you saw with that movement, I'm almost pushing to one side. When I come back in, I'm leaning my body to the opposite side and pushing my legs out to the other side. That sounds a lot more complicated than it is. So you're just pushing out one side, squeezing in, pushing to the other side. So you don't have to move your hands. I just did for demonstration purposes. But you can keep them right where they are, squeezing in. And all you're doing is just moving your booty to the side. So let's finish these out. Let's do 5 more here for a challenge. You'll feel like these are really, really hard on your core, but you got it. One more on this side, and one more on this side. Whoa, and that is it. That is the whole entire workout. Amazing job. So that was a fun little upper body. Next week, like I said, we'll be doing lower body. Almost forgot for a second. Normally I was doing these twice a week. I was doing Mondays and Thursdays, and then switched to Mondays and Wednesdays. Today is Wednesday, so I think now we're just going to be doing them once a week just because of scheduling and work and this and that. But at least it's a fun time for you to, take the stress off whatever you've been doing all day and join a fun little live workout. I wish the lighting situation was a little better. All I have is my giant ring light, which is blinding me on this side. I guess I can turn my overhead lights on, but I feel like sometimes they cause a really bad glare on the camera. So I'll have to figure that situation out right now. Maybe I'll just start it a little earlier. And today was also an oddly cloudy day. Normally it's not this cloudy outside, but thank you all for coming. And we're gonna go ahead and just end it here. Until next week, we do another live workout. But yeah, I keep changing it up. But for right now, we're gonna keep it for Wednesday, 5:55 for the foreseeable future until we switch it up again. Thank you. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. Adios.